At my new dentist's office, updating my patient file, the receptionist looked at my emergency contact's name and asked if I was related to the landlord. I had been in the city for exactly 21 days. New job, new neighborhood, new everything. The dental clinic was 3 doors down from my apartment building, which was the only reason I booked there. I wasn't motivated to take care of myself. I just needed to stop putting off the things that responsible adults are supposed to do, because sitting alone in a studio apartment ordering the same Thai food every night wasn't cutting it as a personality. The receptionist who checked me in was named Carla, early 40s, efficient, the kind of person who can type while making direct eye contact without blinking. She slid a clipboard across the counter and asked me to confirm my information: name, address, insurance, emergency contact. I wrote down my Aunt Gloria's name and number without a second thought. Gloria had been my emergency contact since I was 17. Tax forms, lease agreements, the time I passed out at a work retreat and woke up in an ambulance. Her name belonged in that field the way your own birthday belongs in your head. Carla glanced at the form and stopped. Constance Almeida wrote this down, she said slowly, reading from something on her screen. Is that related to you somehow? No, my aunt's name is Gloria Almeida. Gloria Almeida, Carla repeated. She looked up. Gloria Almeida owns this building. I heard each word clearly. They refused to form a sentence. She owns the clinic building, Carla continued, and the two on either side. She's been the landlord here for about 6 years. I called Gloria from the waiting room chair. She picked up before the second ring. Sweetheart. Aunt Gloria, do you own a building on Marchetti Avenue? A pause. Not long, but deliberate. Who told you that? The receptionist who just checked me in for a cleaning? A longer pause, then a quiet laughing she was clearly trying to contain. There's a coffee shop on the ground floor, she said. I'll meet you there in 10 minutes. I've been parked around the corner. She had been around the corner the entire time. Gloria is 67, always in blazers she bought decades ago that somehow still look sharp. Jewelry she claims has no sentimental value and never removes. She was sitting at a corner table when I walked in, coffee already ordered, looking exactly like someone who had not just been caught. You were waiting? I said. I was nearby, she said. You told my brother which neighborhood to recommend when I was looking for apartments. I mentioned it had good transit access. She stirred her coffee. Which it does. I sat down across from her. My Aunt Gloria had been the only consistent person in my life since I was 15. She never asked to be. She just decided to be, and then she was. She was the one who taught me how to negotiate a salary, how to read a lease, how to sit with discomfort without letting it make decisions for you. When I moved to this city, I had told my brother. I was too stubborn to tell her directly. Too proud to admit that starting over at 31 was quietly terrifying. You could have just told me you were here, I said. She gave me a look that meant she knew exactly how that would have gone. You would have said you were fine, she said. You would have said I didn't need to check on you. She pushed a small envelope across the table. Inside was a key attached to a paper tag that said coffee shop, side door. Opens at 6, she said, before the commuters arrive, in case you need somewhere to be in the morning that isn't just your apartment. I've had breakfast there almost every day for 3 months. She always pretends to be surprised when I show up. I always pretend I don't need her to be there.